Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing, and we are back with a track showcase today. So this is Marble GP Mexico, and in brackets, your last resort. And this is by Iceman, who we have currently in the chat. No worries, no problem. Showcased a few of these tracks, a few of Iceman's tracks before. A lot of the country-based ones, so Iceman is working on building tracks for a range of different countries, so I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty more in the future. So just a quick, I'll get the description up. So this is has a very special place in Iceman's heart because of the backstory. So it's the first ever computer game that they played, which was Need for Speed 2 Special Edition from 1997. And this, to summarize, you can go read this yourself in full if you want to. Go check it out on the workshop. But to summarize, this track is based off one of the tracks from that game. And you can even see the original track. There is a link in the description as well on the workshop to see what the original track looked like. Now, I've played Need for Speed Underground and Underground 2, Hot Pursuit, a lot of those games, but I don't remember much of the original Need for Speeds, if I'm being honest. So I'm sure there's plenty that I'm going to miss, a lot of references I won't get. I'll probably definitely have to check out the real version of the track, so the actual Need for Speed version, to see what it looks like at some point. But yeah, let's take a look around. So let's start with the joining. So as usual with the showcases, you can join with, as we call them, the imposter marbles. So use !join in the chat and you'll be added to this list and you'll be entered into the race with an imposter marble. And while that's happening, Cheese, if you would like to do your mod thing and do a DNF prediction, if you're able to, and we can take a look around the track. So from the start, got a 90-degree right hand into a hairpin straightaway, and then gently down this area into a bit of an S-bend, and sweeping round to the first of the ladders. There we go, the predictions are now active, so 2 minutes to put in your predictions for the DNF countdown. DNF predictions countdown. Thank you, Cheese. And then off into the woodland area. So we follow this through around the trees. It's a very smooth route through there, bit of a sharp turn towards the end of it. Then down this bridge, very nice looking bridge. I will say a lot of this is very nice cosmetic wise, and good aesthetics to it. Over this wooden bridge, then down the straight into a tunnel. Oh, big frame drop as it saves. Through the pipeline tunnel, and out into this cave system. So you follow this around and down across this area here, which then hairpins down this rough area. Very tight route through here. It looks like there is... Okay, there's a little ledge there with a booster so you don't get caught up on it. Gonna follow it around deeper down into the cave. This will be fun to follow the marbles through. Over to this. Honestly, like I say, not entirely sure what this is referencing. They can still get caught up there. I'm sure we'll see it, as you know, with our races here at UMR. We are very good at finding spots to get stuck or fall off, even if the track says it is DNF proof. But yeah, this, what I'm assuming is a coffin, and some fire and some lava at the bottom of this cave. I'm sure Iceman can expand on what that reference is. Because I am oblivious. And then up through this nice smoke effect, up a ladder, past some fire, down straight through a new woodland area. Reference to the original track, there is a grave of a holy Mexican monkey god. Interesting. Really loving the track. Yeah, it's really nice. Then here the track actually ends, but it doesn't. So you carry on through into the foresty area. There is a route through here, which goes around the trees. And over to this final ladder. Then takes you down to one last hairpin into a sweeping bend and back down the finishing straight. So an interesting track, very interesting track. Nothing too overly complicated. And, you know, very, very pleasing. It's probably a good word for it. Yeah, it's a nice to look at. It looks smooth, looks sleek. And now we're going to see how it performs. You won't be watching too much though, working on a little something for a future stream. Interesting. So now the DNF predictions have finished. Let's get our races in. We're going to be doing 5 laps around here. We have our 2 imposters towards the back of the first grid. So around, slow it down a bit, forget to do that. Around the first couple of corners, it looks like Harry is going to be leading the pack. But everyone has made it round the first couple of corners, so it's a good start for the track. What we like to see. And School of Thugs leading towards the first ladder. A rebound there. Space Comic's going to hop on. It's going to be taking that hot spot. And the imposters both seem to have dropped quite a bit. We can still see them both side by side. Imposter Iceman and Imposter Cheese. So up the first of the ladders. Maybe not go quite that slow. It's not a massively high speed track, at least not this starting area. Don't need to slow it down too much. So Space Comic's going to be leading. And everyone very close together here, going into the woodland area. It looks like Space Comic is at risk of being caught up as Poms goes for a dive down the inside. Doesn't make it stick though. They go over to the wooden bridge. All Space Comic with a rough exit from the bridge. Seems like there's a bit of a collision on the inside. I think that is a freeform issue. We do still have some glitchy issues with the collision on freeform tracks, and were unfortunately trailing behind at the moment. Now through to the cave to catch up with the front runners here. Through all the rocks. We'll be able to see if anyone gets stuck as well. So Harry is now leading, Sawyer is in second, School of Thugs in third. Going around this area. Harry, Sawyer, School of Thugs, Space Comet now in fourth. And it looks like everyone's making it through. Which is always good to see. There's no checkpoints in the cave. I was just looking at that. So there's a thing to keep an eye on. No checkpoints in the cave, so they won't be, the positions won't be updated until we are out the other end. But it looks like Harry is going to be leading, Sawyer in second, School of Thugs in third. Then we have a race between James, Space Comet, Poms, Tokyo, and Jenny. Here we go, getting the updates now. So into the open space now. You see there is a route that they take through here. It does differ slightly. Also, there are a few different lines people take through there. I think it is quite a wide piece of track. This is quite a wide ladder. Perhaps spread them out sideways a bit, and it could also mean you get a lot of big rows of people if everyone's grouped together. As you can see, we've got some tied together, neck and neck, side by side, on the ladder. Big boy ladder. Yes. It's a chunky one. So far, I think everyone is still going. So there's a positive. Going on to lap 2. Now I can see Iceman has put in a prediction on the DNFs. So with it being their track, bit insider thinking there, they are predicting that there will be DNFs. The track is definitely not totally foolproof. And now School of Thugs going into the lead off the first ladder. Harry in second. How did no one get stuck in the cave part with the booster? A mystery. Tell you what, sometimes we surprise in other ways, not just getting totally crazy DNFs and stuck in random places. Yes, sometimes the opposite happens as well. We make it through areas that we shouldn't. A full 2 grid places. And everyone made it through. Normally they bounce off the little ledge and roll back the whole straight and are beached on the inside. Well, I'm sure it will happen eventually. No doubt about that. But let's go and watch them go through that part. It's down at this section here. So far, so good. Ooh, Beefcake nearly getting squeezed out though. Oh, I think we've got one. But they've been saved. Oh, or is this going to end Stanky's race? Oh, I think it is. It is. It's all over for Stanky. That collision, the tactical maneuver, wiping Stanky out. So we have managed to get someone stuck on the inside. But hey, it's only one. We like our DNFs. Adds a bit of excitement. Now we make our way through the rocks. Oh, bit of a lag spike. My computer has been on all day. I've been editing a bit, exporting a bit, so it could probably do with a little breather. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. So Wolf now in the lead, Harry in second, Sawyer in third. School of Thugs has dropped out to sixth. So Stanky currently the only one who's going to be DNFing, so go straight through the floor there. Traveling a bit quick. And onto the ladder once again. The big boy ladder. And Harry is going to be leading coming up, with Wolf in second, Jake moving up to third, Sawyer in fourth, and then we have School of Thugs and Dolphin River battling it out behind. Going on to lap 3. School of Thugs with a slow exit on that corner. Poms with the same issue. School of Thugs is going to block Space Comet and Jenny. Beefcake's going to hold that inside. Logan's going to squeeze in front of Snorker. Still going to make it automatic though. I'm sure you'll get that done. No problem at all. Jonah taking the fastest lap down in 17th. As we see everyone else trying to pile on. Everyone's still relatively close together, so it's still keeping an interesting race. No one's really spreading out too much. We get, as we usually do, the occasional ones that get held up. Demon having an absolute nightmare down here, travelling at the slowest speed possible. But everyone's still fairly close together as a group. And Iceman very confused. No idea. It's a mystery. These things happen. I imagine there might have been a collision between Alice and Demon. Possibly on the exit of this S-bend, maybe. But who knows? That is the only logical explanation I have, but when has it ever been logical? So through the cave, Harry leading, Jake in second, Wolf in third. We see the imposter Iceman sitting in 10th and the real Iceman in 20th. When has it ever been anything exactly? And Space Comet jumping up from 6th to 3rd there with that move. Jake with a bad entry onto the ladder means that Sawyer's going to be side by side with them, and a School of Thugs just behind. Up through the cloud of smoke. See how the positions change in the top 20 as they come back into the checkpoint zone. There we see Space Comet bumping up into 3rd, Sawyer 4th, Jake 5th. Imposter Iceman in 11th now. Is down quite far actually, still dropping, waiting to come up to the checkpoint. And it's going to drop out of the top 20 while the real Iceman moves up to 15th, just in front of Barto. And Tokyo now being our 20th place holder. So back into the open area once again. Oh, we've had a situation. We've had a big situation. So this is what's caused the drop. So Imposter Iceman stuck on the outside. Now these will get picked up as people come through. Cloud Monkey probably not. I think they're going to be stuck there. But we've managed to get Side Effects Demon and the Imposter Iceman all stuck on this, on the outside of this straight somehow. So they'll probably get picked up in the next lap, but it will likely be a DNF. Now we have a 60-second DNF timer on our races, but they won't make it round in time for that, because I think a lap is about 2.5 minutes. So definitely going to be a DNF for them. Yeah, 15 seconds default. We up it for our races purely because of some of the longer tracks. We don't really want someone to win by a big margin and then everyone else to DNF. It would be sad times. I'm waiting for the day it happens, even with 60 seconds. Someone to somehow magically storm off in the lead by a minute. That would be incredible. That would make for an interesting end. Lewis Hamilton 2020 simulator. Yeah, not so much 2022 though. Sore subject for some. So Wolf with a good lead right now. Harry in second doing quite well. Sawyer in third. We'll see actually. Anyone gets picked up in the cave. This could actually cause a problem for our front runners. Because if Wolf hits one of our stuck marbles, this could push Wolf backwards and get them stuck themselves. We'll see what happens. Colliding with Imposter Iceman. Colliding with Demon. Wolf's gone to the inside. Imposter Iceman getting bumped into Cloud Monkey, getting them moving. Demon getting pushed along, but that slowed Wolf down a lot. Probably dropping them down to about third. And Space Comet is going to be just behind them. Oh, and Stanky has been set free. A collision there for Zach and Ib, but both staying safe. Jake losing a lot of time with that collision. So, actually quite interesting this happening, because it can really mess up some of our front runners. And Iceman, no! It's a disaster. Iceman is rolling back up the hill, but they've been saved. They've been saved and they're on the move again. Skyline's going backwards though. Side Effects freed and Pone Brood comes through to save Skyline. And I think that could be everyone cleared. Oh, but Zor had to bounce. The Zor is probably going to get stuck on the inside. As we head to the front runners, the new front runners. So Cloud Monkey and Imposter Iceman are a lap down up at the front. So is Demon. So Harry is now leading. Then there is a battle going on between Wolf, Space Comet, and Sawyer. Space Comet currently with the fastest lap, holding that third position. But now with the slower back runners up in front, slowing Harry down here. Could be a chance for Wolf to look for a pass. They do make it work. Passing the back runner Demon as well. Can they get a good entry onto the ladder? Almost a perfect entry. Is going to get joined by Harry. So it is close up at the front. But they should have a clear run through the tunnel this time around as Zoya's on the inside. There should be no risk for any collisions through there. So it's going to be an intense final lap. Zora's moving. Zora is moving very slowly. And they are moving in the right direction. They might get going again. I think they will. Just enough momentum. And Zora's on the move again. Too little too late, but they are on the move again. So Wolf. That foul play by Cloud Monkey. I was about to say Wolf has passed most of our back runners and is getting in some open space, and then Cloud Monkey forces Wolf off the edge going towards the ladder, meaning Wolf is going to lose that #1 position and is going to DNF from this race. And Dolphin Lover having some trouble getting onto the ladder, does make it on. Nick now having trouble. It's always the left side. But race over for Wolf. Cloud Monkey was not happy with being lapped. Said no, that's not happening. Forced Wolf off the track. So Harry, best watch out. As Harry is our new race leader. Sawyer in second, Space Comet in third. Just getting past Jenny there. There's a battle going on between the three of them. Then we have Beefcake, we have Doom Priest, we have Ib, School of Thugs, Zach. Barto with a rollback there is going to drop quite a few positions. We've got James, Jake, Silly Square, Homs, and the rest of the group fighting to get into the top 20. As we go through the rocks and up to the battle for first. Harry and Sawyer battling it out. Both of them through this area safely. Space Comet through safe as well. See if it ends badly for anyone. Oh, it was close there. Good line there by Storm King, playing it safe. It's taking the inside line through. Iceman with a bit of a collision, but does use it to take the inside, and China's going to be rolling backwards. This is a disaster for China. But can they roll across into someone else and get moving again? They do. Get picked up by Blockmaster, both rolling slowly through. What's happened to Pone Brood? They're just going very slowly. Okay. And then of course we have Zor quite far behind. They're having issues. Oh dear. So can Harry hold this lead to the end, or will Sawyer take it from them? So coming up to the big boy ladder. Oh, Harry doesn't get on. Sawyer's going to get on first. Harry's having trouble. Harry could be choking this win. He's going to be onto the ladder in third. Doom Priest with some difficulties as well. It's going to be side by side with James, Jake, and School of Thugs. And it looks like Sawyer is going to be first off the ladder into the final corners. It's going to get blocked by Demon. Space Comet's going to be catching up. It's not going to be enough. Coming down the straight, Sawyer is going to take the win. Space Comet takes second. And with the fastest lap, Harry in 3rd, Ib in 4th, Jenny in 5th, Beefcake in 6th, James 7th, Jake 8th, Skullflux 9th, Doompriest 10th, Zach 11th, Poms 12th. Did see someone get the fastest lap there for a second, but it's gone. Someone else must have just taken it. Where was I? Dolphin 13th, Agane 14th, Silly Square 15th, Barto 16th, Muffin 17th, Pesky Bird 18th, Storm King 19th, and Tulik 20th. And that makes up our top 20, and the fastest lap must now be outside of our top 20 somewhere. We'll have to see when the countdown finishes. Good race, was a good race indeed. But F for Wolf, yes. An unfortunate end after a strong race for Wolf. But over to our winner, Sawyer, winning this track showcase. So congratulations to them. Probably not tonight. Because I'm going to be pretty much jumping off after this. Partly why this is a little bit shorter, though I did start a bit later. I've had to make it a little bit shorter. But tomorrow, I think I should be able to. Okay. So yes, we'll speed things up a little bit. Get the countdown finished. And then we'll see how many DNFs there were. And we'll see if Iceman got their prediction right. I think Iceman was the only one to put a prediction in, so I don't think there's going to be much to win. But hopefully, we'll see if you don't lose your channel points. Cheese has gone with a tactic of not predicting anymore. Just keep the points safe. Yeah, overall a pretty good track. You don't bet many points in these predictions. Oh, that's alright then. Yeah, good track. Very smooth. Don't see too many DNFs, but the DNFs are interesting in that tunnel area, or in the cave area I should say. If you predict, you can't do the predictions for you. Oh, interesting. I did not know that was a thing. I mean, I could do the predictions in the future if you wanted to predict. I don't mind. I didn't realise it had an effect. So let's take a look. No, you're good. Just keep saving. So as we make our way down, so there we go. Crimson actually took the fastest lap in 21st. As we make our way down the list, our DNFs at the bottom. So 6 DNFs. I think Iceman might have got it. And yeah, Zor actually finished. Plus 1 minute 26. Because these are the times just managing to get in there. Yeah, Iceman playing. I mean, I don't think you gained anything, but you got your channel points back, so congratulations. You do know your track well. But yes, oh, and look, there's Crimson. Crimson's gone off as well. So there is a chance you can go off in this final corner. It's rare. I'm guessing you'd need to be forced off by someone. And not many people getting stuck. Oh, I thought Zor was off the track then. And then I noticed it was this area. Thank you again for showcasing the track. No problem at all. It's a good track. We'll probably see it in a future season, I'm sure. I was thinking maybe we will do a dedicated season at some point. ESG says no thank you for making it. Yeah, to be honest, to everyone that does make tracks, thank you for the work. They're all really nice to see. I do enjoy checking them out in the showcases, and of course I wouldn't be able to make this content without interesting tracks that people build. And it's going to be interesting because I think as we progress through the seasons, it's going to be harder and harder to pick the track lists, because I feel like if the track list gets too long, people might not enjoy it as much. So it's going to get harder and harder to decide on track lists, and I think different seasons are going to have totally different tracks, just so we can showcase so many different ones. And I was thinking we might have a dedicated, I'm not sure what we'll call it, but a dedicated season for these country tracks, if people like that idea. So we'll have like I don't know, an international season. We could call it an international season, which is just like the other seasons, but it's all country tracks, and we travel the world. I feel like that could be quite interesting. I can't use Marble World Cup because I know someone's already taken that. The Marble GP. We could do. I know World Cup is done by... Oh, and I'm forgetting who's done it. Is that Barto's one, or is it someone else's? I know I've seen it in the Discord a while ago. Let me check, because I think there's a... It is Barto's, yeah. Yeah, Marble GP could be good. So maybe we'll do a Marble GP season in the future. I could add it to the list. So we've got, of course, team season coming up next. A lot of work and prep going into that. I need to do the awards. I need to get new logos because we've got new teams. So they need logos making. I need to create a new intro with the new teams, logos, and people that are involved, or the racers, I should say. And then following that, we're going to have the Marble Kart season. And then following that will probably be UMR Season 3. And then maybe we'll do a GP season, team season, Marble Kart season, UMR season. Although I do have another season in mind as well. So maybe that'll be included as well. So we're going to have loads of seasons. Eventually we're going to have loads of different seasons going on throughout the year. And they'll all be different tracks. So it's going to be... There's a lot planned. There's a lot of different things planned. A lot more exciting things coming up. And hopefully, we've now passed, of course, the 90 follower mark. We're on 91, which is amazing. Hopefully in the team season we can hit 100. That would be amazing. Barto gave up on it. Yeah, I do. I think I remember them saying that they didn't really have the time to do it all, because I think they were focusing on something else. Country tracks are at 47 in total by now. This one was number 42. That's a lot. That's a lot. Maybe we won't be able to do them all. That could be a few too many. We might have to pick the best ones. We might have to pick a selection of the best ones and put a season together. Plan to build one for every country. That is crazy. I'll definitely have to check all of them out though. I will definitely check all of them out. You know what, maybe we could do, once you've done, maybe not once you've done all of them, maybe sooner than that, I'll do a big stream where we go through every single country track. Just in a stream. And just do races on them all, and check them all out. I think that could be an interesting stream idea. It would be an incredibly long stream. It would have to be like 3 laps per track, except for the really long ones. The 1 week stream. Yeah, I could hold like a mini tournament. I have to think about how I could do that. Make it like a bit more interesting. Things to think about. So many ideas, so many things in the future to do. And hopefully it will get more people into this and more people interested and sharing it around. And we'll start to see some more growth in following and expand the community, get more people involved in racing, get the teams expanded out, more people involved in the teams. Be nice to see. It would be nice to see in the future. But yeah. Great track by Iceman. Go check Iceman out. Iceman is now streaming as well, so check them out on Twitch. They have become a new streamer semi-regularly. Oh yeah, the India track would probably have to be 2 laps or 1 lap if we were going to do all of them together. Yeah, definitely go check Iceman out. Building a range of different tracks. But yeah, that's going to be it for this stream. Like I say, good track. Definitely see it again in the future. That is going to do it for this video. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.